This is a book 30 years in the making. Not because I'm some hero, but because I'm the guy who did stupid with lots of zeros on the end. I made my first million in my 20s the wrong way, and then went bankrupt. But from there, I learned God's ways of handling money. And from that came the baby steps. Using these steps, I was able to become a millionaire again, this time the right way. Since then, my been there has always allowed me to be there for others to guide them on their money journeys and recover from or avoid altogether the same mistakes I made. For the last 30 years, I've gotten to guide heroes like Tiffany, John, and Maddie as they took control of their money, saved, invested, and built wealth, and more importantly, built the life they'd always dreamed of. They're the heroes. They worked hard to work the plan. I'm just the guide with a plan that actually works. My goal with this book is to let you in on what I already know. The baby steps work, and they can work for you, too. You can build wealth and become a millionaire, no matter what the culture says, what your barriers are, or what your starting point is. In Baby Steps Millionaires, I'll show you how to do it and then walk with you through some of the things I've learned the hard way so you won't have to. These are things you'll face on your journey to build wealth, because part of learning best practices is discovering what obstacles you're up against and how to overcome them. As we dig in, I'll tell you true stories of real Baby Steps millionaires. These stories are aspirational and anecdotal. They're not statistically significant in mathematical terms, but storytelling is a valid way to prove truth and show you this is really possible. You'll be inspired by these people because they're just like you. I'm also going to share with you the Ramsey Solutions National Study of Millionaires. You'll find the white paper of the study in the back of this book. This study was conducted by professional researchers using rigorous research techniques and is the largest study of millionaires ever done in North America. Our research team conducted detailed interviews, surveys, and analysis of over 10,000 millionaires. The conclusions from the data are statistically overwhelming and only confirm what the stories show. You'll see and believe that not only is it possible for you to be a millionaire, but the Baby Steps plan is the fastest way to do it. Listen, I'm not Superman. I suck at a lot of things, too many to count. I've only become America's trusted voice on money because I've shown a lot of people how to build wealth, and then they did the work. I'm just a guide, someone who's been there and wants you to do better than I did. The Ramsey Show's been on the air for 30 years and gives me the opportunity to guide over 20 million people every week who are listening by radio and podcast or watching on YouTube. Our Financial Peace University class, now part of our Ramsey Plus membership, has taught almost 10 million people how to handle money God's way. We've sold over 20 million books, including over 8 million copies of The Total Money Makeover alone. It blows my mind to think about it. The men and women these numbers represent indicate that the baby steps have helped more people get out of debt and build wealth than anything else in America today. And if millions have experienced life change over the last 30 years because they've taken the best practices, the baby steps we've developed, and successfully applied them to their own lives, why couldn't millions more? Why couldn't you? That's what this book is about. Helping more people like you become wealthy so they can live their dreams and give outrageously. This is a book about hope, a book about belief, a book full of success stories about people like Tiffany, John, and Maddie. And it's also a book about statistical proof, a book about steps to taking action and building wealth. This is not a book that tells the secrets of the rich. It's not even full of sophisticated, hard-to-grasp concepts reserved only for the elite. As a matter of fact, this information is straightforward, really practical, and maybe a little boring. But let me tell you something. The life you'll lead if you follow the best practices I give you in this book will be anything but boring. Are you ready to do this? It's game on.